Welcome back, everybody. It's another segment of Sip of the Show brought to you by Devil's River Whiskey. I am here with Andy, and man, Andy, what are we getting ready to make today?
Let's make a margarita.
Margarita? Everybody loves a good margarita, right?
Yeah, it's easy. Right. It's refreshing. You can make them at the house, pretty simple. And I'm going to kind of lean into the old school version of making them. We're going to make this up to go into a coupe glass or a martini glass, as opposed to a glass full of ice covered in salt. And to that point, I'm not rimming my glass today. That's a matter of preference. If you want to rim your glass with salt, by all means do it. Salt pairs really well with tequila and citrus, but for the purposes of keeping it as simple as possible for people to make it at the house, we're not going to be using salt on the rim today. So we're going to start with a shaker tin, and I prefer making my margaritas with a reposado tequila. Reposado just straight up translates into rested. That means it's been in a wooden barrel for at least 3 months, but no more than 11 months. It just adds a little flavor to it. Agave distillate as a Blanco tequila is fantastic. I like a little bit of extra flavor from the reposado. So I go 2 ounces of reposado tequila into your shaker tin. And then we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice. And again, I know you've heard me preach about fresh lime juice. Fresh is always gonna make a better quality cocktail, but if you don't have fresh available, use the little, fake lime with juice in it. Use some lime cordial. It's fine. Just make sure that you adjust for the flavor profiles. If you use that lime cordial, it's going to be way sweeter than everything else that we're making, and you're going to need to pull back on it. And then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of triple sec. Triple sec, like most of the modifying spirits that we've used in this segment, it's give or take. Pick the one that works best for you. Take price into consideration. Take your flavor preferences into consideration. And then just a little bit of simple syrup. And if you've heard me talk about simple before, it's simple. Seriously, just take some sugar and water and put it over heat and melt it. Not melt it, but dissolve it. Dissolve the sugar in the water until it's fluid. Don't overcook. You're gonna put out too much water. Keep it at a low heat. And as soon as the sugar is completely dissolved, pull it off, put it in a bottle, put it in the fridge. It's good for weeks. So we've got 2 ounces of reposado tequila, 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice, 1/2 ounce of triple sec, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup in the mixing tin. We're gonna get some ice and shake it up. To the point on ice and shaking, again, if you're using ice at the house, chances are decent that it's quote unquote low quality ice. All that means is that it's got a lot of water content, a lot of air content, and it's gonna melt quickly and dilute quickly. So shake short, pay attention to how much you're shaking and how that affects the flavor of the cocktails as you try to make it. And then again, I said I'm going old school on this, so we're using a coupe glass that I've had sitting here full of ice, just to chill it, because a cool glass makes a drink last longer. And then we're just gonna strain your margarita out of your shaker tin into your coupe glass. If you've got a fine mesh tea strainer, double strain it. It'll catch all those extra little ice chunks. If you don't sweat it. And then a good garnish for this drink is always just another piece of lime. You can do a lime wheel, lime wedge, lime peel, whatever's easy for you. If you can cut a nice thin lime wheel, sometimes it'll float real nice over the top. Margarita, cheers.